Utie oha echi ponkno. Needs FM.
That's it. Where my job online. 16th March, 2021.
Okay.
Information minister Kojo Ponkroma. I heard they say Ghanaians to pay for COVID-19 free water enjoy to fill the gap. Okay, so understand the Ghanaians are paying for it. Okro the John, Abana that dying. You may patch in and understand another for the Amambuno. A Jomudia and ye. You know, our own. You can't go and seek a Sam Sabria. Areho. Now, as a film so. And say, Mampini Kufuado. Mekai 4th December 2016, 3 days to the elections. Obama show yekesi muha. Oma Command General Kwame Sefaka in a year no sa interview no. Of Peace FM. Things interview no call over 2 hours. Very lengthy one. Otayenti opeso ba video mampini. Before then, 2016, 2012, IEA presidential debate. Ewa Accra. Yebusa no kwanya ebe fa ebe te Ghana ye kaso. Also the only solution is to be to NDC efra bam. Meanwhile, that na Ghana ye ka ne a little above 19 billion Ghana. But to President Akufo-Addo, it was an offense. The Ghana ebe deka around 19 billion Ghana into NDC infra bam. Now him. Odupon tutu a bofre any sin name. Esanti bibi Ghana eba bedrui. Eni kwan say one wepi. And the money hu ene say imamufo ne gidi a omo wo ye amayofo mu no efiri ho. So mampini Akufo-Addo na MPP aban betina kunwa so. Bra omo abo the past 5 years. Mawremfi NDC efra bam a modern boy no me beka kakra bi. One so hwe cocoa production na cocoa production equal over 930,000 tons per annum. At the same time, you to cocoa kuafo sikamu every 1 year. You to musikam ema. And wachi you to main season ni we are. In between the main season and the lean season, there is a period of friend. That's the lean period no. Abra ebeti cocoa kufintemu beba from March, April, May, June. Aban ache crown by April, May was a bonus of the main season no echo. NDC government paid those monies continuously till we left office in January 7, 2021. And what you build the Ghana Infrastructure Fund. Sika approximately 800 million Ghana cedis. Ewom. So the any free wa. Mampinda da kufo eko J Bosnia Eurobond 2007 so bekaya. That 10-year Eurobond now mampinda da kufo subscribe ye no. Na de bre ebe show in 2017. And somewhere 2014-15 mampinda da Mahama Emma the finance minister then satakwe ekreti fund bi na tundi sinking fund edo to sinking fund no botai na ne say ye be accumulate sika bi atoko asabri bi so na ekoba ne say nkonkotua sa bosi na ekoje ye no a ye benya sika frim e de kotua sa aka no na emfa ho kire embeto public person so President Mahama did that. When we were leaving office, we left approximately 400 million Ghana cedis on that sinking 4 billion of this 4 billion Ghana cedis on that sinking fund. Now, you created additional 2 oil wells. And they can keep 3 points. And when you build the Exim Bank, could you believe say ne? Si come and penny Akufo-Addo say 1 year what they ma private businesses are now private men are more they support 1D 1F. And I say, Sika 1 year or they fund that policy no. Now that policy is even limping. When you say Sika it is the Exim Bank. The Exim Bank was the creation of President Mahama. We saw doing so. In addition to that, you have built 3 additional FPSOs to increase our oil production. That, in effect, led to an increase in oil revenues to the government. So the any free war. atuabo gas. You see, and on a man that Ghana to process your gas. At the power plant, and can you free? Yes, also ya a bean so edinu and ofie. And no, atuabo gas on your building, and no bomb by STV over 5 million Ghana cedis per annum. $5 million per annum. Sorry, $500 million per annum. Among fee, we stabilize the city. And you're building a resilient infrastructure ever in the history of the Fourth Republic across the country. Okay, Twitter once. These are Twitter 50 years about Gruma. When you say Ghana ranking, I think the first highest speed internet in the continent, Ghana, it didn't come by fun or by default. A been a bomb more than 2 months. Don't forget about the Eastern Corridor fiber optic cable and that of the Western Corridor fiber optic cable project, which was done under President Mahama and Honorable Dr. Mane Boama as a communication minister. So these are some of the brief achievements of NDC. In addition to that, we created Energy Sector Levies Act. And cruise sika car as a legacy debt from government succeedingly to the time of NDC Ebabem. We bequeathed all this to President Kafui because the prudent management of the economy under President Mahama. Yefra Bem 2016 budget, we financed the budget zero from the central government borrowings. A buy Uncle Bobosi and free central government. That's a Bank of Ghana and for financing a budget. We funded the budget from the revenues we were able to mobilize. Now, President Kafui Ebaba Bem 2016. Was it Oba move or minor from taxation to production? And what Oba stabilize the city no, na city na America to no, ready for ebre or no Oba or the Baumia Eba the economic wizard. Ombe bringing city no down. Say the beya city no, and what they no be conform na ready for ya home. Na some okaya Ghana 14 pa eye Bosnia bo. So one Bosnia pa de nya de obo bida. It will interest you to know that as of December 31st, 2020, Omampeni Kafui Abomodia add over 179 billion Ghana cedis to our public debt stock within the space of less than 4 years or 5 years. This is a level of money this could do. And then Ghana said we sign a hydro loan everywhere and other contingent liabilities are all yet deca over 320 billion. Meanwhile, Ubefa Ghana 120 billion. And within 5 years, one kwa kawabono a doors change from Kwame Nkrumah time baby sin there abaya betina kunyosu ina. And ye busi wa bono kwa na yasem. No. President Mahama edge 54 billion Ghana cedis. That 54 billion Ghana cedis President Mahama JNO. Well, ebi ene dey Kotoka International Airport Terminal 3. I can show you that. Ebi ene Bank of Ghana Hospital. Bank of Ghana Hospital, no, President's yeah. Oh, yeah, it's part of it. Part of it. Ebi any Pokuas interchange. Ebi any Kosomo. Pema railway line. Huh? Ebi any Kumasi Central Market. Ebi the sign, how do you call it? Tamale Airport. Ebi any UGMC. Ebi any Dodua Hospital. Rich Hospital. Mintiminke Kanina Kasua. All these projects are part of Bosia President Mahama Eboye. And it's a binding Bosnia. Now the Bosnian added by infrastructure, a bit expanded the scope of the economy. Now boost economic activities. For instance, no this hospital. Hospital is an income generating entity. Because among 4 air patronizes the services of the hospital, so there's internally generated funds are eba. That's will go to the government coffers. And it will help to mitigate these loans. But Musau, Omampeni Kafui upon all this bullshit for the past 4 years, apart from so amount one Chrome, asphalt, any free internet, they don't know why you're gonna help you. On can say. Okoje Yankpala Stadium, or the Yankpala campus of UDS. Say President Mahama, LCE blocks, also was this 200. Or no ba, or converting Mahama de 200 now into boarding houses. Or see 350 from the scratch. In fact, within 18 months. Also, Obe changing Ghana is Shabre, Obesan within 18 months. Has he done that? But one secondary school, President Kafui Betna Kunyaso, one blogger, what they are to form, a Peja Dynasty or Manabe school and Collection Modia, Boba couldn't So and say we say akohwese we ni na nia atwa wo kura no say and the busi aye boy abayo dadwene adoman no so a as we speak the revenues here raise okrom ha you hear 5 times more of the revenues in order to pay for amortization busi ekobonko without interest. And then the dialogue series are Honorable Kesla to Forsen, Eco Presentee or University of that's the UPSA, right? University of Professional Studies, no. The Botaina say, Obek created a picture. Ama buying them that's a Ghana for in Abe Hunu in Pempenso, minor in Sikasama Kokudu. You might talk about inflation, deflation, and all of that. But you see, the cost of living and the saying, NDC Efrabem, maybe I make an example. Let me hear just 5 cities spend on their back room. Now 5 cities from me ya. Menum bottled water bako special, mayor special bako. And then what am it you? Mintui for the past 4 years, Mintui. Me back room me here 10 cities. 10 cities no pure water bako me yanom. Na me coffee am na meti for be concern about do face and coins and enso. Okay? Mobile bem na fuel 14 cities and the fuel na almost 30 cities. Dollar to city ratio and the dollar almost 6 cities. People cram poor bro so sa. Now call euros and the pounds they are inputting in enka. It's the level at which our economic situation have gotten to as a country. And the one penny Kufuor have failed. And until Osha on one kasa the flashy policies are there bar. Free SHS, it is limping. And then Kwale Kocho exams normal Philip Poto. Then 3 days or 4 days. Ghana Web, 3 news in a report here. Northeast, Dr. about many home region. And Kwale Kocho exams over 5,000. Put him to 171 penny pass a year. 3%, 97 no more face portal. Where are these 97% going? 3 SHS at on 1 village, 1 dam at on 1 constituency per 1 million constituency per $1 million per constituency. How much is the size can I call? At on now say one other Greek minister by catch say aban anya sikampo and financing the platform for food and their. So Ghana is sinking day in and day out under the watch of President Kufuor, and we think there is a time for him to call the government accountable. So on pulley breaks. And no, there's also Kutuan in Honka. And we will come to the public sector for almost some more canon. And you could see that, and now money in this campaign, the big tier workers. That's how we have gotten to as a country.
Thank you so much, Kinsley, Maliba, and what's in Kano. Now, my member, Minia, Kafui, Kujo, Amaga, Esway. Kafui. This is dialogue and minority one more aqua about Ghana Yesika some any dread one much say Sikane Bosia Yabo any adeno and corresponded to projects are the claim say beer and as a binding claim say why
yo minia me da se minia ba na I think say NDC dialogue series yom koye eye adia aben bia no so wo ho no a ubenya opposition a ese omoba app na omode omonsensem ebabe to omomanfo anim. This is one of the several dialogues they have done. Na die nwanwa ewo mu ne se NDC for say Ghana hweya Ghana beko hepe na yewo kromu ha na yenya NDC a na John Dramani Mahama edano ono esfa Ghana ekoma IMF na okachire IMF se ono anu oda Ghana no oye president of Ghana at that time no ono anu olake the friend of policy credibility just ono anu onigidie ewo ne nhihye ya ode bemu enti no ope obi afiri abonten aba be ka kire ne say me dia meti abonten so me wogidie wo mu na so yo mampani na wokoka kire obi o wabonten say me ya mede me ho no me nyigidie o me mu te sese na ebisa no no me hwe na nimu say have you taken a bribe before? See me as a person or me as a human being ebini say onu e nyigidie oni mu enti no unigidie no o akofa obi eno kire wo amambofo semu a omudi di o man Ghana na enu nti no ye nuanu nkuma omu wie school no mini aba na omu nya adwuma nye na wonya omampani ani tirimu edene te sama hama na wotumi kɔ IMF na IMF wɔ ka kyerɛ on sɛ ɔmo hwɛ n'anim ka kyerɛ ne sɛ brɛfie na bra bɛka kyerɛ wo mabu sɛ yɛ mmɔ ɔmo adwuma nnɛ yɛ mmɔ ɔmo adwuma ɔkyena so ka ho te sɛ sɛ ne emisa tayire ekɔgyina apagya hɔ ɔka kyerɛ teacher fo ne sɛ yɛ mma mo chalk nnɛ yɛ mma mo chalk kyena no. That is the kind of opposition we have who have been in government. And what you know, then na minu Malibaka say omo kwaji 54 million. In the 54 million, omo DC Terminal 3, omo DC UMGC Medical Center, omo DC Pokwasi Interchange, omo the Ghana Bank of Ghana Hospital. In omo kwaji 268 million. And no dia omo de no kwa ebesi Dubai overpass. Na ohwe sansem ya wo Kenya. Akohwi semu ben in Amaliba. O ka kye yetiefo enahwie yi. NDC fo no makohwi sem. Enkontompo sem. What be the 54 million? Eya the kopie serem. Now the 268 million. Aba be see overhead ba ko wo enkran. No akofa Nigeria actors. Abegina o say, "Ya overhead you so ade e mobokro mu say nsuo to na eyirifa yen." Omo ye gota ba ko kura no ho amde to ho. Ensuo ta na ensuo yirifa yen. Enti o hye NDC fo ya no obi som say, "Ei, na enti nkrofo yi omnu mamamu woni." Nkrofo mamu papa ben no omo. A omo ba begina o hye se ne omo kofa tali no na ye hwe ka nkroma boye e ka Rollins boye e ka we boye na ekufu ado ka wabo o ka ni nyina bomu a o cha Ghana ni bia ebetua 110 million sahe. Now, when did we start realizing this? Omanya yebu no. Ubu omano in such a way say you collect your revenues to meet your expenditure. And there are some of the expenses that you do. And ye buy ya kuyi ye hufi IMF ase. Na ye den ye sign the ho sanko sha amamu ase. When even the IMF themselves omo boy abaso. So sometimes you wonder how they reason sometimes when people are desperate enough. And you knew omemu ha. Ina ye nyo man pani o ka kire say ono de onti obi a. Ye knew omemu ha. Eni ye nyo man pani o ka kire say confess no wari amanaka dompe. Enti den no mso mu jama yen. Enam a wari amanaka dompe ne ye ba na ye dompe ho akokwa. Na ye ba ye no. Na ye be kasa chire dompe ni man namu ba dompe hu no and now manya voice kasa. This is the kind of opposition we have. And for us we want to stay focused and move on. Because me hwe so obobon ne niam omo ye anyway o see am school ba ko onko abomosu no onko hwe the model school na yes abomosu no yes 9 of such same fully completed all round model schools secondary. Ye ni kroma na amofra mo passing overwhelmingly mo kra na ye omo nwanwa. You see emra ye ba ba mu no e den ye ba be hu ye behu say omo so ye social democrat na ye capitalist in government no omo kra no social policies I did omo nyina no pro policies no mentimi ahwe so for school feeding omo ye no monyo for national health insurance omo bo kwanse no ache se enkwan na siso na enyu gujanim. How do you kill your own people and you tell us that wuji and wonyamu abontin? When the national health insurance people could not even utilize it, and the NHI National Identification Authority NIA, and then look at how beautiful it is working. All these pro policies are the buyer. Ya hwe ya nature ya no enam se anyom no mo de ba ya ntino ya kwa no mantumi hwe emra ma Teresa ekọ Queen Elizabeth ekọ jesa free maternal health care de ba ya na nkrofo ko hospital a ye ma menum ye nua ma no ko hospital a ye hwe mu free no NDC for ba ya o mantumi ameto aso because they couldn't even go and negotiate ni ye betwa mu poto. The only legacy they bequeathed to us was to bequeath to us a vice presidential candidate or you rude and arrogant. That was the legacy they bequeathed to us. And then they have all it takes to speak. So, and when some woman say, when omo first lady omo former first ladies and former second ladies, when we were paying them allowances, they were quiet. Allowances are a monument committee. Akofa say omo be say ye sa allowances na ye formalizing no. Omo de buy no. Hwe nsem omo so mu emra antibeki ye na adwen say me de yakọ yemiami nua ba samira eye so de ne de yakọ no ehefa no mkogina aye. When you have a mother who thinks well about the country, that is how it behaves. Imagine and he tells us that he thinks about the country. Britain Ocean Kutupa and fix the country. UN envoy and nominating so uncle Somalia. No anyway, your friend is saying Kenya for Uncle Ram no common some as Somalia for trouble and say, Papa Nimuswa, on cano correct, or your contemporary into Muhiano. What kind of disgrace didn't NDC send us through as a country? So if they are doing all this, you have a president and then Yayoko Pokwasa Manaya Fe. So what's why you Pokwasa Manaya Fene Sika Okofabaya, Yadibe Pokwasa? Why are you not taking it out of the desktop? But your Bobby the yard so that people can see the kind of work that has gone on. That is what we are showing off. That is the showcase of a government that we have. And the policies we have put in place. Nadena Noka say 1D, 1F. 1D, 1F. Omunomo Bob Bessia editor Ezim Bank. Why the catch on say Ezim Bank in their financing 1D, 1F? We have several banks that are financing 1D, 1F. And they are financing it as a subsidized rate. It is not for free, and this is even a PPP. Only one may catch them. Send this if only one may catch them. A public-private partnership program. And Abai has the policy initiative. We are looking out for private businessmen to come and take the business and run it. And then here who recommended sugar factory. Ombe here who did they miniaba. No mukoto sugar or command the jaso. No mu kogu machine mo running the grain. Yi sugar cap ba ko ba no no machine ye hu de kosi ebiu. E dey akohwi semuni. You have these people in out of government, they want to come back. And then they are making all the noise that your Bobby Sia ye be kwa IMF. Why na dey Ghana kwa IMF? If they omunim no omonwa mane men. We saw all these things, but Ghanaians were patient enough to go through all that meal. Your man soon ye who registrar general, ye who the Kuanoma register say graduate unemployment, no more register as NGO, no mukita certificate. And then His Excellency President Kafui it's no more. So for me, behind the yajitum say wo ye wadwuma ye na wo ye wasedi ya automatically baby abedu a eden no minu aba eden ya bebo besia. Eden ya besia bono most of them so bonds are raising. And these are euro bonds because mine ya minu aba uti hey se sebio udi huni na wo ahokyerem na akwa bonten a na obisa besia bo a so bi hwese ne obo ho udi huni a no bema oska no ana meboa enti no se woni huni a okwa nya de obema oska no. But when we raise bonds now we nyan krofo emom over subscribe bonds now, it should tell you the kind of government you are running. Omo time bonds do say no mutu raise omo kan kire. When they were running the country down, could they even have that gas and the legacy to raise bonds? No. And this is government. Yeah, a memo bia e wo hono mu a o madwuma ni nyina ne say the ankrofo hye ne yemagiringu. And we don't have a problem to rebuild. Or catch His Excellency President Nana Akufo-Addo say or better transform Ghana in 18 months. No mo tina ba mu 8 years no. O mutumi transform Ghana in 8 years. And they speak about 18 months for transformation. Yeah, 4 years. And it is very monumental than a Jumom year. You buy no see blocks. You blocks no see almost 23. Yeah, by about completed 29. Out of those E blocks, yeah, Baba, yeah, extension so crowd their E blocks no one. Yeah, Juma. They are not ashamed of themselves. UGM, Bank of Ghana Hospital, need to throw one OCCO. Yeah, buy Baba complete and rani Bank of Ghana Hospital, OCCO, Nanya Tontroa, and then a womb. We've commissioned it. Yeah, Juma. Government is about continuation. Yeah, buyer, must say where your friend is saying, Akosombo way Tamamoto way interchange. And then I know my But when we came, we have completed it. It is working. Pokwase, the beauty you can see. 4th year, one of the best in Africa. This is a government that is leaving monumental legacies. And he's championing that he's a capitalist inclined, but he's a socialist in working. That is why you see most of our pro-poor policies are Yadeba, and they are the 145 million as grant to SMEs. I no krano amaliba ko biye company or so say package gari and money as for was started in the application to MBSSI so can be the adwuma. That is the beauty of the country when you are building, and everybody should take advantage of. And for us, menuaba say adwuma udi sika mo obi a wode ya oyamo nhehyew dan say obi a waji sika na hu adwuma wode ye. That is where the problem lies in. And for us, you need to get a credible opposition that can bring you into speed of what is happening, and then you can also have the privilege to showcase to people say no more kakra dia wo waye ni enti ube to me dia kire omo me enfa achievement and your achievement in kire, and then we can.
Do you think say investing in loans no e bia to say profit making investment I bet me aside this abreye no aben abon homode in that aspect?
You say loans they say bonds in any way na yeah. Sure. Oh yes. When it comes to raising of bonds, and these are all long-term bonds. So a long-term bonds, that is you see, because you have the finance minister who is an investment banker, he knows how to drive investment into the country. And these are why you can see most of these bonds coming in. And when you put up most of these bonds, they are oversubscribed. And when it comes in, it works. And it's a buyer or what's sending before the time next year. That is the best way to go. So when they sit down there, and these bonds are long term, and yes, I do maturity no bin it has not hit maturity. And then there's nobody saying, government is struggling in repaying of its debt or its bonds when it turns into maturity. That is not the case. And then where is the cry coming from? And media akwa so mo kwaji 54 million omudi ye niema bebre and 268 million omudi see overpass back no eno na Ghana for ye bisa question say e ba ne sen e den bone ne ye de ye wo omo san kono mo san mra bio na we de emu ewerem that's it.
Utie oha echi ponkno Needs FM.